Okay, good morning. Welcome to Dwarf Fortress. Excuse me. Okay, that should be good. So, let me grab my drink. On today's episode, we're going to kind of follow up. This is kind of a pickup episode. I'm doing little short ones. I think that's the best format. But I want to pick up where we left off because there's a lot that we have to do. And, well, I just don't want to do too much off camera. So I did a little bit off camera. I mean, honestly, I could just sit here and let this run off camera. And all these jobs would get taken. Eventually, they'll finish collecting all these stones. And that's kind of how you know how we're doing in terms of labor demand. I also upped my immigration cap to 45. I keep doing that. I'm not getting any births. In fact, I might want to review how the birth system works. Okay, so going to the wiki here. Okay. So you can do baby child cap, strict population cap. Let me just show you what I'm working with here. So I up this to 45, child cap 50, strict population cap 250. Huh. Well, you can always you can open the init file, but that's fine. Well, yeah, it doesn't really say. I mean, I guess I just have to keep going and hope that more relationships form. You know, I think with a critical mass of 40 or so dwarves, there should be some productive relationships forming. But we'll have to see. Is there a separate section of births or babies? I don't think so. Yeah, I just think that I'm not getting. I just think the prospective parent population is just maybe not quite big enough to have that many births going on. Anyway, so I'm working on the book. Let's get back to the game. So I'm working on the library. We're rebuilding it down here, and I'm working a little bit on the throne room, and I'm working on some other stuff as well. I want to build a temple. Maybe even on this level. This is the throne room and library level. Problem is, I'm having trouble with my wells all of a sudden. I'm not sure if this was always a problem, but as you can see, that well says dry. And this well also says dry. So what I'm thinking is maybe the grates are getting in the way. So I'm planning on removing the grates and seeing if that works. Grates allow the flow of water, but they may not allow the bucket to go through, which kind of makes sense, I guess, although it's unfortunate. So we may have to just have an unprotected well, which concerns me, but hey, we have a military now. By the way, our military is doing okay. like this is the military screen here, and as you can see, they're slowly starting to build up some of these numbers here. Dodger especially is going up. Discipline's going up. Fighter's going up. The others, they're getting there. Now, we're also getting some minimal axe dwarf skills coming in, which is weird because I thought it would be more hammer dwarves. I guess I have a lot more axes, and everybody wanted to be an axe dwarf, which I guess is fine. And then my marks dwarves don't seem to be improving. Well, I mean, maybe it's hard to tell. They might be improving slightly, but it's really hard to tell. Armor use appears to be going up slightly. I don't even know how to read this one. Yeah, this guy has a water skin. I think most everybody's good on supplies. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think the training's having an effect, but I think it's going slow. Okay, so Okay, so we're building the bookshelves. Sorry, I was trying to remember. So I've got a bunch of bookshelves up here as well, but I only have 3 more, so I think I can do that. And then maybe 1 more down here. Okay, and then I need to build other things like tables. I'm trying to keep these the same material here. These are for looks mostly, so I don't need 2 tables for each chair. Okay, and that's going to be a little thing there. Let's go ahead and color this in. How do I do a library? Oh, I think I'll just base it on a table. Well, I could probably do it on a bookshelf. Nope, I guess I can't base it on the bookshelf. Well, I guess I'll have to do it on a table. Let me build some containers as well. And a couple cabinets over here. And how about a statue in the corner? Oh, a gold statue. Okay, so I gotta think about my staircase going up because the library is gonna have 2 floors. So what I need to do is build a downstairs and an upstairs on the same tile. How about here? That'll work perfect. Okay, so I build an upstairs here. And build another statue there. Okay. So that should be about all we need for the actual library, so I'll let them build that. I'll see how it looks. I'm not really sure how the game prioritizes jobs. To me, however, it's very clear that building furniture and stuff like that is always gonna be a really high priority job. So it's kind of nice when you're building stuff. Oh, we got some traders. I don't think this was on camera, but we got some traders, so I bought a bunch of animals. Still making gold statues? Yes. Okay, cool. Why is this not... Is there a way to toggle? I don't know why that's not working. Hmm. I don't know. Not sure why that's not going. Well, once our library gets built here, I think we can just define the space. Should I put a couple doors on it? I probably should. Need to build more doors, it looks like. I'll do 20. I love the manager menu. That's just how I roll. Some people use other tools to facilitate labor tasks. Okay, so those are built. That's good. Yeah, this is stupid. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this one. And I'll just do another one. And see if that goes. I just don't know why that wouldn't be validated. It's so easy. I don't know what that means, to be honest. I'll just do that and put it on repeat. Okay, so everybody's working. Oh, we're out of room in our furniture stockpile, too. I should probably build another stockpile. Oh, that'll work. Okay, so that's going to be a new furniture stockpile. Make a little entrance there. Get rid of that. Okay, that'll be fine. I could put another one down here too, but kind of think that should be a finished goods stockpile, even though our finished goods stockpile is doing just fine. I guess I'll make it a furniture stockpile. Yeah, I guess I better build some walls to separate it off, kind of keep it organized. I'll just do diorite. And let me dig this out so I have a little bit of more room for the next stockpile when it comes along. Okay. I feel like we don't have any finished goods, really. What I should just do is go to my craft dwarf and make a bunch of rock crafts just to fill that up so we have stuff to trade and whatnot. I've been really bad at that, but I haven't really needed that much to trade. And why don't I do bone, amulets. Should have plenty of bone, I would think. I don't use it very often. Yeah, I've got tons and tons of bone. Probably some shell in there too. Okay, so they're gonna work on that. Still waiting for them to deconstruct the well grate. That one might take a while because I have to get rid of the wall first, but the other one right here. Okay, that one I think I've got it set to remove. Yeah, it's slated for removal. So it's just a matter of them prioritizing that task eventually. Still got plenty of stuff that's being dug, so that's a good sign. Because we definitely want our diggers to continue working. And grab some of this. Okay, so there's all that. And add some of that. And we'll get some of this galena. Never have too much. Galena actually useful in this game, unlike some other games I could mention, like Terraformacraft, where it's not so useful. Okay. Why am I'm getting distracted here. Okay. So let me just unpause. How's everybody doing? Okay. Just taking a little time to inspect the surface here. My woodcutters are just taking forever because of the... Oh good, the cloth bags have been completed. Somehow, and again I'm not really fully understanding how I mean, I'm doing cloth bags, and they work out, but it's like I don't know what exactly goes on to make that happen. Okay, so I'm building those walls in. I need. Let's do another pen here. So, okay, there we go. And let's see what we got over here for options for penning in this space here. We probably could put grazers in this one. It's big enough. So we have alpacas. We have horses. Who's down here? That's the yaks, okay. So let's go with horses, how about? So I'll do search horse. Okay. So that'll be good. And then up here we can do one. Again, this one probably not for grazers. I gotta put this wall in. If this lake ever gets filled back in, it'll leak in. Actually, I should probably just go ahead and mine this out. But in the meantime, let's make this something for somebody. And let's see, we do have these peacock-looking things. Peahen. We could do that. Let's do that. Got 3 of them, so that should be good. But they're all female. Can they lay unfertilized eggs if they're female? Well, we'll put a nest box in and we'll find out. If we ever get a male, they'll be able to reproduce, of course. And then finally I could come down here and do this one. And put a door in here. Okay, do we not have a manager or something? Is there an issue with the manager? The sheriff needs a modest office. That just means his office isn't worth enough money. I disagree, of course. I think it's doing fine. The easy way to fix that would be to throw one of these gold statues in it. I don't remember which one is the sheriff. Why is there a bed randomly there? That should be a chair. There. I'm trying to remember which one is the sheriff's. That's the hammerer, okay. Sheriff. And that's it. That's the sheriff's office. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'll put this statue here, even though he's already got a lot of stuff. But can't go wrong with the nice gold statue, right? How's our charcoal doing? Theoretically, we store charcoal in this stockpile. Make some ash while we're at it too, off and on. And this guy's smelting gold, so that's good. So then we can make some more gold statues. Those are just freaking useful. Okay, we'll make some of those. What's something else we can do with bone? Make bone crafts. I'll do 10 of those. We could do bone earrings. 10 of those. Bracelets. Do 10 of those. We could make like could decorate with bone. I don't even know what that does, but we'll just go with it. And finally, let's do some bone. Well, let's do a couple bone scepters, and then bone bolts. Okay. So that'll keep our bone carver really busy and get him skilled up really nicely. How are we doing on gems here? We're probably doing just great. Yeah, we have tons. Okay. So let's have the jeweler start doing some stuff. Can I encrust? Yeah, you can do that. It's kind of onerous to. I got a fun one with E. Okay, we'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting. That should drive up the value of some of our objects, though, which is good. Makes the dwarves happy, and I can trade them. Oh, I gotta show you this other thing too. Okay, so I gotta put these in. So there's this other program. These are cut ones, aren't they? I better wait on that. So I better cut some more. I'll cut some more gems and then I'll continue that. But here, let me show you this other program that I discovered. Oops. Armok Vision. So that's going to take a second to load. Looks like that gem process takes a little while. Alright, we're in winter now. That's good. We are definitely in a tropical environment. I really didn't conceive that so well until... Well, I guess we, well, until I saw it on the map. That's what I'm talking about. While that's loading, I'm going to pull this up. This does take a minute to load. See if our skills have gone up. Hard to say. I didn't really notice any specific thing. A couple guys getting one in the Axe Dwarf column. That's a good thing. I guess I should state that our attempt to make an archery range yesterday was unsuccessful. My archers are not using the archery range, apparently. Boy, that one's taking just as long as Dwarf Fortress. Maybe it's because Dwarf Fortress is saving. I guess I'll have to wait and see if this goes through. This is so fascinating to watch, I'm sure. But I can't really do anything until the game stops saving, so I'll wait. Anyway, so what I think I need to do on my archery range is possibly just delete what we have and remake it, and basically just make it a separate room and not call it a barracks. Okay, there we go. So Armok is loading. Let me pause this. This is a bit of a hefty program, but it's so cool. And I just want to show you what my fort looks like, and it's much excuse me, it's much better than the Stone Sense, which is a 3D program as well. And you'll see immediately what I mean. Okay, so come on. So it looks like there's some image or some objects that are missing. And it's still loading. Okay, we're paused here. Okay, there we go. So, it was like giving me messages about what was going on in the game. Look at this, like a flashlight view too. That's kind of cool. This is a really well-made program, whoever made it. But anyway, we're just at the workshop level, and I can zoom in. Apparently it's nighttime, so that's why it's dark. But look at this. I mean, you can get a really good sense of what it would feel like to walk around in these workshops. Here's all the gold. Here's the forge. There's a stockpile for my metal bars, so you can see a bunch of them overlapping there. Here's a dwarf working at the charcoal burner. What a creepy sprite for that dwarf. But, you know, it's kind of cool. These are stockpile designations, all the leather sitting there. Here's economic stone, I believe. Here's wood, obviously. Can you click you can click on it, but I don't know if you can do much with it. Wait, potash. So anyway, that's the workshop level. They do weird things with these stairs, like here, I'll spin it around. And yeah, you can completely spin the perspective around, which is super handy. These are up-down stairs, so it's very different than what the 2D image that we have on this tile set shows. Here's our stockpile, so it's just full of stuff. Coffins, beds. I don't even know what half this stuff is, but it is really cool to see all that just lying there. I mean, that's literally what it would look like. Okay, so let's just do the other levels. I'm gonna go to the surface and start there. So this is kind of how we know it's a tropical zone, because all the trees, at least the ones that are rendering in, are very tropical. By the way, I built this windmill here and I haven't done anything with it. But you can see the little floors, and you can even see the little holes that go through the ground when the root system goes down, so that's interesting. So all the little floors, I had to patch up the holes. All of the fallen lumber there. I think this is so cool. Our little shallow wall we could see, and by the way, it'll show you multiple levels at a time if you can see through. So like here, you can see through to our ramp, in theory. Yeah, like here. I just went down a little bit. So if we had a second level of wall, we'd be able to see that, and I really should add a second level of wall. Here's the covering for our farms down below. Here's blood. I don't know if that's part of a tree or what. Our corpse and refuse stockpile here. We've got a guy. I don't know what his deal is. Got another guy there. That's so cool. So it really gives you a feel for the world. Random objects lying around. All right, let's find the ramp again. Here's our drawbridge with the lever. That's so cool. All right, let's go down into the ramp. Now you can see that as one steep ramp, but it's probably somewhat accurately depicted. And that's what our wagons go down. So this is our farm level. Let me zoom out. You can zoom out without changing the Z level using the mouse wheel. And this is our big fungal growth area, so that's where we harvest a lot of our fungal plants. Look at that, the mist over there. Here's our food workshop area, our butcher with a little air vent that would go up there. That's cool, that's really cool. Cobaltite, you can see that. Our farms are here, so that's a really nice clear view of the farms, and the food stockpiles here. The ramp is there. Animals are going in here. New ones are coming in here. You can see the cave fungus and moss is just barely starting to spread to this new space here. We have designated wall construction there. Our horses have come in. I think these are horses, I guess. They don't look like horses, but they are. You know, here's some other... Well, there's nest boxes. Where's the animals? Why aren't there chicks in here? I don't know. Same with this one. Oh, here. Okay, there are turkey hens. Or turkey animals. There should be chickens in here. Okay, there's one. I think they're just kind of hidden or obscured. Maybe they're in the nest box. Yeah, there's the other one. Okay. Lambs are down here in that one. Yaks, these big guys. Miscellaneous. I still need to clear that out, but there's plenty of... I haven't gotten any animals are starving warnings yet. Oops. It's a little bit clunky of a program. Okay, so this is the level immediately below that. So we have a few things at this level. We have just that random area that we dug out for clay, I think. This is our little water channel that the ocean flows on top of. The ocean will flow in here, and it'll start going through this little channel. It's not particularly well crafted or constructed, and then it just peters out. I don't know why I did that. I thought maybe I could refill those lakes up there, but it's too much work. Then we got this level, which again just has the staircase, and this little connection to this other side over here. Continuing down, we've got the tops of our dwarf city rooms here. So this is kind of cool. You can see what a dwarf bedroom looks like. Pretty cool. And then we've got the little sand entrance here for our dwarves. I've covered this all in wood. Apparently that's a different kind of wood. Lever here for this drawbridge. Lever here for this drawbridge. Here's our atom smasher room with a lever up here. Yes. Here's this drawbridge with a lever. Really cool stuff. Merchants would come down this ramp. They'd go over here, around the corner, down here, and down this ramp. I still need to figure what I'm going to do. I should put floor cover in there, but... Then the merchants would arrive here and go down that ramp. In the meantime, I'll show you this is our dwarf city. So this is our little area with the bedrooms and the noble rooms. Little statue display. These are little chunks of gold lying around that my dwarves haven't picked up yet. Merchants would then arrive over here and finally be at their destination floor. This is a constructed wall. They'd come over here and go into the trader. Here is our cemetery area, so little coffins lying around. This is, I went down another level. This is okay, this is going to be the jail up here. Here's our barracks. So our archery range is here. Some of the dwarves are practicing. That you can see their equipment. So that's pretty good. This is our barracks. I need to reform this because it's finally dug out. This is the other barracks. So that one's not being occupied because they're not in training right now. Here's our armor and weapon stockpile. It does a much better job of displaying what is actually there than the other stockpile did. A lot of armor, crossbows, a spear. I think these are warhammers or possibly axes. No, those are training axes. I should build some more warhammers. Silver warhammer. So, yeah, we got some boots and shields and a little bit of everything in here. That's cool. And then if we go down one more, I think it's the hospital. So they're waiting to deconstruct these fortifications. Then I'll put wall there and there. Probably should make those walls as well. But this is the hospital. I like how the beds go diagonal when it's in a corner. Fortifications all around the hospital so I can shoot in if there's ever a wear infection. We do have a dwarf here randomly. I'm not sure why he's there. Maybe he's just sleeping, I don't know. But yeah, that's it. And then the plaster there. Okay, then it's the workshop level. We've already taken a look at that. So this is where the majesty of this program really comes into play. So you can see down about 5 levels. So when we get to our throne room here, first of all, we see this upper balcony that I've constructed. Excuse me. And we do have a dwarf here. It looks like he's constructing one of the stained glass windows that's going to go here. Down below you can see those little clipping there, but that's okay. Here's our gold thrones, and we put gold around it. Our little microcline and brimstone walkway. with the balcony on the side. I could keep embellishing that probably. Dogs. Here's our meeting hall, so the well and our tables where people eat. Food stockpile and drink stockpile, I believe. And then down here's our inn, so the 6 rooms plus the actual inn. These were slabs. They look good in 2D. They don't look so good because they're clearly gravestones. But then we got the tables and stuff. Yeah, and this is the top level of our library as well, so you can see, and that actually turned out looking pretty good. And we got the little staircase there for the dwarves to go up and down. And there's a little sheltered area back here, which is really cool. And a little table where dwarves can study. I like that. That looks good. Here's our well shaft. It goes all the way down. So if I go down 1 level, here's the entry to our throne room. And you can look down into the caverns. Like if you were a dwarf, you could literally stand here probably and just look out this window, and you'd basically see, I mean, it would go down even farther, but you'd basically have that kind of a view. So it's kind of cool to get in there and see what your dwarves would be seeing. It's kind of lonely, this program feels. Yeah, this is just well, and this is the bottom half of the library, and then it's just dug out layers down here, I think. If you go down all the way, and it does take a second to load, and that's understandable, but eventually you'll get down here, and you really see how these little columns of rocks are constructed and how difficult it can be to access some of these minerals in here. But eventually we get down far enough. Wow, that's so cool. There's malachite. That's pitch blend or something. Yeah, and we get down far enough, and this is crystals. Start to see these trees emerging. And I'll take you back over to our staircase. Our staircase is here. So our staircase actually initially got us down to where is it? Hold on. Where's the, okay, must be, here it is. So our staircase is over here. We're going down, down, and then it turns into this open cavern, so we had to move. Wow, that's really precarious. That is dangerous. There's a little walkway there. We moved our staircase over to here. Kept going down, and we eventually get to the bottom-ish. Those trees come in here, and I think this is the bottom, almost. Nope, too far. Okay, so this is the actual level where the water cavern is, and then if we go up 1, we're at the surface of the water. So that's where I started building our bridge here. And I figured, I don't know, maybe I'll just go over here. Maybe I wouldn't mind trying to harvest 1 or 2 of these trees just for the sake of experimenting. But then this keeps going down, and we don't know what's down below that because we stopped digging at some point. I didn't realize we had gotten that far deep. This is as far down as we've gone. So anyway, that's Armok Vision. Very cool program. I'm just going to close out of it. Okay, so let's continue and try to get this episode finished by doing stuff. Could use that cobaltite and crystal. Okay, I gotta stop designating random things. It's so hard not to, though. Our animal population has been expanding very nicely. If I go to Z, animals, you can see we have quite a few. And I really could probably start thinking about slaughtering some of them, but we'll get there. Alpacas are doing okay. But let's continue working on our little places. Actually, we need to start thinking about where's the temple going to be. So here's our meeting hall level, upper level of that library and whatnot. What if I build a temple on this level? Or even the one below it. Yeah, well, might as well. I like to kind of expand, so let's just dig a temple out. It's a fairly big temple. What if I did something like this? Yeah, I think that'll work. It's kind of skinny, but it'll be nice. I could also go up a level. So I'm kind of mirroring what we did on these two levels, except for I'm starting on this one and going down one. Yeah, that'd be good. At least for part of it. Okay, so that's going to be the little area, and then I think that's good for hollowing it out. And then what I'll do is I will build a little system like this in here. Okay, so that will give me access to that balcony. Okay, so that'll be good for the temple. And they're already digging it, so that's really cool. I don't even know what goes into a temple. Temple. Meeting area. Instruments. Containers. Empty floor space. Well, I guess all I need is a meeting space with containers for instruments, and I'm definitely going to use some statues as well. Okay, so it's pretty easy actually. Okay. Oh yeah, let's check on our gem cutter. What's like a good blue? Yeah, because I want some blue for that throne room. We've only got 1, 2, maybe 3 spaces to go for the throne room. Okay, so we're just waiting on this. This miner might, well, hurt himself. He doesn't seem like the smartest guy in the world. Okay, he actually dug that out without killing himself for once, which is really nice. Still waiting. I don't know why he stopped digging there. Oh, I need to designate this library. So library is the same. I'll do it. Well, it's meeting hall. Can I do a multi-level I designation? Apparently not. Okay, so I'm gonna X this one. I'm just gonna leave the top as the superficial extension to the library, but this is gonna be the actual library. So put the activity. Dude. I don't get it. Okay. Activity zone. Meeting area. M. L. Assign location. Add location. Library. L. The Bastion of Bridges. Okay, very good. And then can I, like, assign something to a library? Like, can I do... Let me put a table and chair up here. Like, if I did a meeting hall designated off, or even an office designated off of one of these objects here, could I assign that to the library location down below? We'll see. Anyway, so that's the new library, and I think it has everything it needs. It has containers, and it has bookshelves galore, it has a few cabinets, a statue, tables, and chairs. I would think that'd be enough. But let me see if I can assign a room to the library. So what I'll do is I'll use this file cabinet he's installing there to designate that room. Okay, I don't want a barracks or armory. Why is the file cabinet used to make a barracks or armory? I've never understood that. I have a ton of animals. Okay, so I'll do the chair and make it an office. That makes sense. Can I assign an office to a library? I'll just do that to test it out. Assign location L. Bastion of Bridges is what we call this, right? Okay, I can do that, so that's cool. So I've assigned an office to the library. I didn't realize I could do that. I don't know if that has any practical effects. Put some doors on this. What I'm going to do is I'll resize the office once I get these doors in. Still waiting on those doors to... What is the deal with these? Why is the manager not doing that? Is he having issues? So it's Ezum. Where's Ezum? By the way, this doesn't look like 40 dwarves, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it is. But boy, that looks like a smaller list than I'm used to. Ezum here. Oh, he's training, that's why. So that's like one reason, like in the perfect world, you might not have your manager or your nobles in general be part of a military squad. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these fortifications, and I'm going to reform this barracks completely. And I'll get rid of this statue. It's an orthoclase statue, okay. So get rid of that, and then I need to get rid of like half these that are just sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. And actually I'll get rid of this one too. And I'm okay with those armor stands and whatnot. Actually, why don't I just do that? Okay, so that's where all the beds are going to be, except for that one I'll get rid of. And then do I have enough coffers to accommodate each bed? Yes. Excuse me, I do. Hate how it allows you to place bags instead of coffers. So you gotta watch out for that. Okay, so that will be our new barracks. I put a door here just to separate the two. It'll take forever, if I know this game, it'll take forever for them to deconstruct those fortifications. Put a new archery target in here, just to have the extra. My cat's going crazy here. Hold on. Sounds like the horses gave birth. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, now that that's built, I'm going to designate that as an archery range and see if that works. Boy, I don't know about this one. And top to bottom. And I'll just designate people to train here. I don't mind both squads being allowed to train there, even though one's not a Dwarf squad. And then once we get those beds put into place, I will certainly move that. Let me check out the training schedule. So we've got the fence, the sprayed ramparts, or the Dwarf squad, and they are training and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th month. They're scheduled to train in the 10th month, so that's good. And then next month, nobody will be training, so everybody will be off as of the 11th. So the manager will be back to his normal manager duties, which is very good. I can't believe how much work there is to be done in this fortress. It's terrible. Gosh, it's taking them forever to move those beds too, isn't it? My cat is driving me nuts. Okay. So, finally we're deconstructing some of those beds, which is nice. And they'll start building the new ones. So that'll really open up the space of the barracks, which is good, because then they can just have demonstrations for different skills whenever. I wonder if there's some sort of algorithm for the barracks that's like makes them train basic skills before they train weapon skills. Because if that's the case, then I'm less worried. But otherwise, I'm just concerned that they're not training their actual archery, which is what I'd like to see. Their Dwarfiness. Well, we're making progress. Excuse me. So now what we want to do is once we get a bed probably in the corner, redesignate the barracks from that bed, or possibly from the armor stand or something, with all the new space. So what I'm going to do is cancel this designation here. Free room. Okay, and then we're going to go and we're going to do this one. Well, I'll do it from this one because we have a door there. And so now the barracks is just on this side. And that's going to be the sprayed ramparts for sleeping, equipment, training, and group equipment. Okay. Excuse me. So that should be all that they really need. Okay, and so now that it's 11, they've all turned back to their regular job, which is fine. That was a weird sound. Imush. Did we lose a dwarf? That's weird. I'm on full dwarves. Why is somebody suddenly haunting the fortress? These skills are coming along nicely. Look at that. 6 in dodging. That's really good. That'll come in really handy. I just wish they'd practice their Marks Dwarf skills. Hopefully our Axe Dwarves and Hammer Dwarves will start doing their thing as well. Let me add a few silver hammers. I'll do 5. So, now that he's back in manager mode, he should be able, yeah, he's verified these tasks, so that's good. So we didn't have a problem, it was just that he was training, the manager was. I might want to seriously consider removing him from the training regimen. And get rid of those and those. Should I do another stockpile for something? Could do animal. I could do this, could be kind of like a mixed stockpile. So I can do animal because I don't have one of those. Could do coins. I could do sheets. And I could do finished goods as well. Okay. And then let me just for bins, I will not use any bins, and we'll see how that goes. So much work to be done. Okay, so now I need to encrust a slab for this new ghost, I guess. Or, you know, not even encrust, I don't even know what it's called. I'll construct a rock slab at the masons, because I'm not sure how many of those I have. Actually, I need a few of those mechanisms as well. And then on this one, engrave memorial slab. Okay, so this guy's a ghost. Maybe he was just, maybe he was just he was dead for a long time and he just never became a ghost. And so why are these guys... Okay, that's entombed. Why can I do... It's just whoever died, I guess? I could pick some important person like Tekud. He was very important. And I could just do a random slab for him, I guess. Why not? Okay, well, this will eventually work. Why are there up-down stairways? I must have done that wrong. I meant to build walls here. So I'll have to deconstruct those. That's okay. Nobody's deconstructing yet. Everybody's prioritizing other tasks. It's very interesting. I haven't had a single, like, actual idler in the longest time. And I can't remember the last time I had a fortress where that much labor was going on. Those quantum stockpiles really do take up a lot of labor. Let me check my gem cutter. Okay, let's find another gem to randomly start cutting. Okay. And let's go down here and add another gem window, and we'll do indigo tourmalines and see how that goes. And we'll just continue that process. And let me take a look at the library here. So this guy was like sitting here. He has a plump helmet spawn inexplicably. In theory, these things should store like books and stuff, right? Looks like people are using it, so that's good. I wonder if there's a way to check on your books. I mean, I don't know. Boy, we have a lot of wealth. 600,000, that's pretty good. They're still digging that out. Let me make sure my farms are still doing okay. I have to do this like once every now and then. So this one is doing fine. It's off season for a lot of those plants. I like to change that one up from time to time. Retask the brewery, of course, to continue brewing. Farmer's workshop, I'm going to do a bunch of shearing and spinning thread. So I'll keep my cloth industry going. Kitchen, let's do a bunch of fine meals. These guys have just been randomly doing whatever they can do. So mill plants and mill into slurry. And I don't even know what half that does. I think some of it creates paper. Yeah, the slurry will turn into paper. Tanner shop, just automatic. Fishery, automatic. I've got another farmer's workshop down here. I've been using this for milking animals. And we can make some cheese as well. Oh, okay, I can build these walls. Tons of orthoclase, thank goodness. I'll start out with these. I think I actually might have expanded. Yeah, accidentally. Okay, so hold on. I guess what I should probably do, in fairness. Oh, and they made a nice earring, that's good. Okay, so now I'll build it up one. Okay. And I'll wait for this intersectional wall to be built before I build the other side of this pen here. I guess I could go ahead and do that. And that. And this now. Okay. So we'll see how long it takes them to dig that. I just like reforming these clay walls into stone. I feel like the dwarves like it better, and it just it's a little bit more stable, I guess. I don't know. Okay, we got kittens. I think we're doing okay on cats. Why are there so few yaks? Oh, one of them's being milked. Probably the other one's being shorn. I don't know. The sheep are really the good source of wool, obviously. Yeah, that guy's milking like all these big animals. And this guy's shearing the sheep there. You can see him taking them in the hallway. That's really cool. Good to know that that works. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this and come back to it. I built a new block, a new city block here for the dwarves to start living in, but they haven't dug it out yet. I'm also a little surprised I haven't gotten my 5 immigrants yet. Okay, let's put these slabs in. Okay, so this is the one with the ghost, so I'll go ahead and put that in. I guess I could set up a jail cell. So what you want to do for a jail cell is you want to do a... Is it trap? No, it's a chain or something. Rope / chain. Where is that? Maybe it's under M? No. I thought it was under T. Maybe it's restraint? Oh yeah, there it is. V. Restraint. Okay. So we're going to make this a jail cell here. So I'm going to put bronze chain there, and maybe I'll do one here as well. should really do a chain. I'll do more bronze chains. I'll do 5. Do I have any bronze? I'll make bronze bars. Okay. So, anytime you do a jail cell, you really want to put a bed in there. We have a legendary bed, by the way. I think what I want to do with that is I want to come down to this throne room, and then I want to make a little king's bedroom. If I ever have a king, you know, you can sleep in this luxurious bedroom. Make a little window into the cavern. A little hallway chamber for him, and then that can be the king's bedroom. And I'll put the legendary bed in there when that gets dug out. How are we doing on the digging here? Not so good. People seem to be confused. Okay, back to the jail cell. So those are building, and then what you want to do is you want to put a couple stockpiles in here. You want to go with, well, and you probably do want a door, by the way, on these. Just helps increase the security. Have I assigned this office to the sheriff yet? No, I have not. The sheriff already has an office, but I'm going to give him a second office. Okay, so the sheriff should be doing fine. Yeah, he's doing fine. I don't know why he's white. I think it's because he's happy. Okay, so P for stockpile. I'm going to go with food here. Same here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Q, and I'm going to go max barrel 1 and settings, and I'm going to go to food, and I'm going to just allow, I'm going to block all except for you, prepared food. Okay, so that's the prepared food stockpile. Same here. I don't think they use barrels anyway, but just leave the option for 1. Food, block all except for you, prepared food. Okay. So that's prepared food stockpile, and then we'll do P on the other side. Same here. And I didn't change that, did I? But that's okay. So P, I'll go to food again. I'll block animals, or disable D. Enable food, but block all. Come down to drink, plant, and we'll permit that as well as drink animal. So this is a drinks stockpile. And we're also going to add 1 barrel. We can have 1, maybe we should do both barrels. Okay, same with this one. So we're going to disable animals, enable food, block all, and then we're just going to enable plant drinks and animal drinks. So permit, P. Okay. So we've got those 2 stockpiles. Bed. That's all you really need for a prisoner. You can add things like statues and things to make them happy. Because honestly, the whole point of prison is to keep them there and make them rehab. But we'll wait for those to get built, and then we'll designate the needed designations there. I can't believe they're still putting coffers in the barracks. Or something. I don't know what he was doing. Okay, so we're come down here and take a look. That Ben is doing okay. That is a copper cage. Okay, so that's cool. I don't know if there's anything in there. It doesn't look like it. I can't believe how efficiently we're storing our finished goods in that workshop there. I'm just going to make some barrels and buckets because I haven't done that in a while. So I'll do 10 barrels and buckets. 10 of those as well. I don't even know where they store half this shit, like the earrings and the scepters and whatnot. jeweler seems to be working. Oh, buddy. Okay, so we have a forgotten beast. It's made out of steam, which means it's fairly weak. Enormous shell squirms and fidgets. Okay, so what I'm going to do... we're going to find him. I don't quite see him in my blind eye here, but... we're working on getting rid of him. Let's see this forgotten beast. So the forgotten beasts are the creatures that attack your base from the depths, typically. So he is coming. Now let's see if he can even get in. He might not even be able to figure out how to get in. What I could do is I could start taking precautions to close off my fortress, but I think they are building destroyers, which means he would simply just break through the gate. And he just swam off screen to the north, which is exactly what happened for my first forgotten beast. Okay, so problem solved apparently. He might be back. If he comes back, we'll be ready for him. He's not exactly a fast mover. So I guess I should just kind of monitor this situation. Well, still says he's on screen. Okay, he came up a level. Yeah, he started coming up a level. How did he get up? Did he climb the tree? Not sure how he got up. I guess the trees are kind of accessible. Where'd he go? I lost him. Okay, he's off screen now, apparently. I guess what I should do is be monitoring my places where you can access the fortress. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything. Well, I guess I'll just keep my eye on that. If he gets close to my fort, I will deploy my military and possibly shut the gate. But for now, I think we're okay. What I wanted to do, real quick, is make sure this slab got into place. Okay, apparently that wasn't the one. I hate slabs because the game doesn't do a good job letting you know which one will be for the ghost that you're working on, so you might want to just do one at a time to be on the safe side. Okay, so this is a problem here. They're building out these new areas, but it's in sand. I might want to seriously consider building walls around these rooms rather than let the sand be the wall. Okay, so we have an issue with the web because they're probably seeing this guy. Again, pretty secure way down here. He's just like hanging out in the trees, I guess. Okay, there he is. Oh. Yeah, I keep losing him. I don't know. Our caverns are so weird. They're so tall. It's almost like a unintended protection for us, the caverns being so tall. Alright, whatever. These lakes have completely dried up. I think it's because it was a tropical environment, and I don't think they were ever gonna last very long. So sadly, those water sources have dried up. Let me see if they ever deconstructed that grate for my meeting hall well. It would have been right down there. Yes, they did deconstruct it. So let's see if that well is operational again. Yes, it is. Okay, so the grate was the issue. Let me see if this guy is still around. Okay. And he's attacking the pond gobblers. And killed one of them, it looks like. Oh, actually, no. Well, where's the guy? Okay. Don't tell me they just killed the forgotten beast. They might have just killed him. Yeah, I think the pond gobblers just literally killed the forgotten beast. That's crazy. So he would have been a really weak beast. We could have dealt with him. But we're getting a ton of puppies. I really need to do something about that. I like having some dogs, of course, but we do need the leather. What I'll do is I will simply get rid of these 3, because they're not pets and they're mixed gender. These are assigned for war and hunting training, so I want to leave them, kind of. But nobody's training them. Not really sure why. Probably because it's not a high priority task. So if I go back to search and do puppies, I hate to kill puppies, but just got too many of them. Actually, we're running low on... Okay, so I'm going to do... Tell you what, we're going to kill all of them except for 2 males and 2 females. So male, male, female, female. Okay, everybody else is going to become leather. Sorry, guys. How's our kitchen doing? I don't like to leave that on just infinite because I feel like it wastes. Okay. So I don't even know what half that shit does, and it probably won't all complete, but we'll do it. Okay, so we're going to put those walls in there. Everybody's taking their time building those. I'm sure we just have so many tasks right now. I tell you what. Okay, good. The ghost is put to rest. That's good. I'm going to get rid of almost all of my fishing. Actually, this guy's the best at it, so I'll let him be the single fisher. I'll get rid of everybody else. 'Cause that's just waste. I don't need that many fish. Okay, so that should help prioritize some of the other tasks that we've got going on. And they're starting to slaughter the dogs, which is good. I hate to slaughter anything, but it's a good source of leather, so... We actually have quite a bit of leather stuff. These are all plump helmets, by the way, so I will literally never run out of plump helmets. P. Oh, there we go. Boy, they're really good at making the paper. I don't know how to make a book. Can I just... I mean, I can make a couple of book bindings. A couple gold book bindings. And I could make bookcases. But I want to actually make a book. Bind book? Okay, I could bind 3 books. Let's see how that goes. I don't know, is that something you do in the library? Oh, I need to make this a throne room, by the way. Okay, so it's a throne room now, which is the same as an office, according to this game. Okay, so... and they're smoothing out the library, which I kind of like. I don't know why they're prioritizing that. Still haven't dug out the temple. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. That's the main point of this episode. Oh, did our guy come back? Nope. I think they're just worried about the tortoises. That engraver is really fast. Look at him. Kitty. Okay, we have our 5 silver warhammers. That's good. Well, and he might not have access to that back wall, to be honest. It's the easy way to solve. Well, I'll just let him go, and if we have an issue, we'll fix it later. So where do you exactly bind a book? Let me look it up. I bought like 3 books. Bookbinding and thread to create a codex. So I should probably make quires and scrolls. Let me see if I can find that in my place. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is make quires and scrolls, and then I think the book people will start doing that automatically. So, hopefully you followed that. What I'm going to do is UMQ to get to my manager screen, and type in quire, make quire. I'm going to do 4, and then I'm going to do Q scroll, make scroll, and I'm going to do 4 of those, and then I should do scroll roller as well. I can do 3 of those. My cat is going crazy. Okay, so that should help with the book industry. That should get our library going. So let's wait for that to play out. I'm very pleased about our library. I could build the floor, make it something interesting. Should I do that? Not like our dwarves don't have enough to do already, but... what if we did, Olvine? I think we have enough. We can get more later. I like Olvine. I use it in this game a lot. Okay, and then we'll just fill this out like so. Like so. And finally, perfect. So that will create a nice little floor for us. Tortoise brain roast, very nice, guys. Yeah, they keep slaughtering the puppies. By the way, you can actually, where is it? Log? There's a way you can kind of follow along what sound gets played, and it's kind of an interesting way to, you know, to see excuse me, what's happening, like that. Except for it didn't last. Oh, there we go. Well, it only lasts for as long as the sound lasts. There's also like where is it? I thought there was another one. Well, whatever. You can also just do reports and find the one that is generating something. Cancels bind book, needs acquire or scroll. Okay. Okay, so they can't make the scrolls until we get the scroll rollers. They can't bind a book until we get the book binding. So we have to wait on this multi-stage process. Put another table up here. Make another office. Yeah, that's the same error as earlier. Got something suspended just now. Here it is. So I'll unsuspend that. I'll make another office over here and I'll give it to the library. We'll see if that, I don't know if it has any practical effect or not, but we'll see. I think I just saw him put something in that bookshelf. How do I look inside? Okay, so you can, excuse me, I'm pulling up the Wikipedia. And there's a way to, I'm sure there's a way to look inside. To examine a storage object's contents when the storage object is in a stockpile, select the object location with the K key, then use plus or minus until the object is highlighted. So it's not in a stockpile, so I don't know if that works. Yeah, I can't really do that. To examine this. Okay, the items command. So this is one I haven't really used at all in this entire thing. It's T. Okay, so this is built. So I can press enter to view, and it has. Oh, it even has the temperature of the object. That's weird. Yeah, I don't see anything. I'm not seeing anything in these containers. How about this one? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to work on that. We're still waiting to dig that temple out too. Okay. Well, I am waiting on some things to be made. And hopefully they'll start making them now that I've got... Yeah, the choirs are completed. That's good. That's the written part of the book. So I'll wait for my book writers to do something with that, I guess. Okay, I just saw him. I just saw him right there. He put it in there. T. Ah, yes, there it is. Okay. So we know that they're storing quires in the library now for sure. Okay. And there's another one I just saw him put that one in. I'd almost rather have them put them in the bookshelves, to be honest, but I guess maybe they put the books in the bookshelves. Let me look through the bookshelves and see if they put my the books that I purchased in the bookshelves. Yes, there's one book there. And there's a book there. Okay, we got 2 books in our library. And that's it. Okay, so that's cool. Alright. Yeah, got another one of these suspended. So let me unsuspend that. It's kind of one of the growing pains. Probably faster just do it up here. Alright. I don't know why they can't build if there's a rock in the way. It's so stupid. Okay, it's nice to see our orders are getting fulfilled. Okay, and that one's going there. We're almost done with this floor. Hopefully they'll frickin' finish digging out the temple. I guess I should probably put a wall to separate it off a little. I'll put a door along there, but we'll do shale. No, I'll do phyllite. And then I'll do orthoclase here. And then what I'll do is I'll dig a little path around it. Okay. And we might add another temple at some point, because the truth is that you can have quite a lot of temples in your fortress if you really want to do it right. Temples are dedicated to a particular deity, a procedurally generated deity, and so essentially what you're doing is you're choosing between them, and sometimes you might want to have more than one. You know, frankly, I think often you'd want to have more than one. Okay, the scroll rollers are done, so now I can potentially build some scrolls. So what I'll do is UMQ scroll, and I'll make 3 scrolls. And we'll see how that goes. I think you make the scroll before you write on it, whereas the book you have to write on the quire and then make the book afterwards. It's a little bit more involved. Okay, so we're getting close on this floor up here. Only a few more tiles to go. What is that? Oh, it's just a book. I don't know why it looks like a teardrop, but there's a book there. Half tempted to switch my tile set. I like this tile set a lot, but I want to try and see how this looks on the other like Phoebus or Obsidian. Okay, somebody was taken by a mood on this level. I wonder if they're gonna go write a masterpiece book, The Cheesemaker. All right, we'll see where they go. All right, that guy took over the residential workshop there. That's starting to look good. Let's go up and do another one of these. BY. Definitely want this, and let's do red zircons. Okay, so that indigo window looks really nice. And I'll do purple spinels over here. Cool. Okay. I'm excited to look at that window in Armok Vision once I get both levels completed. Okay. So that should unsuspend. Oh shit. I did it again. I did this stupid staircase thing again. Put a D there, and a door there as well. And you know what else I can do? That'd be kind of... Oh, we got a season change. I'm going to build a little staircase that's going to seem like it's off to the side on the lower level, but I'll be right there on the upper level. Well, you know what? I'm just going to call it. I will try to finish out and get the temple up and running before next episode so that we can pick it up right there. But no need to make you sit here and wait for spring to clear. So I'll see you next time on Dwarf Fortress. Thanks for watching.